Hey guys, today we're going to see the continuation of the story titled The Return of the God of Destruction Big Mun. This story will be about a god of destruction that was brought to life, but he didn't belong to any of the current 12 universes, but to one of the 6 universes which had been destroyed by Zeno thousands of years ago. We will see how this god of destruction will behave now thousands of years after his death, and what his goal will be now that he has returned. Will he be a new ally for Goku or a new enemy for him and his friends? Well, just following along, you can find out. So grab a bucket of popcorn and your soda and come with me, and of course don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you think of the story. Well, without further ado, let's start following this incredible story. On Universe 7, the Supreme Kai's planet. Currently on King Kai's planet, it was possible to see Beerus furious with the words Big Mun after the sudden visit to Universe 7. Beerus said, "Whis, the Super Dragon Ball that Quitilla and I were protecting, is with Big Mun now, isn't it?" asked the god of destruction to his angel, even though he was almost sure that Big Mun had taken the Super Dragon Ball that he and Quitilla were protecting. Whis said, "Unfortunately, yes, Mr. Beerus. We are all deceived by Big Mun. While you were here, Quitilla was forced to return to his universe so that he would not be destroyed. And with that, the Super Dragon Ball ended up being unprotected, and with the Amunet, the angel of Big Mun, who stole the last Dragon Ball, Big Mun had made a very smart plan. While he was talking to you, Amunet was there alone stealing the last Dragon Ball sphere." "What the hell?" spoke the angel, Whis, while he made a hologram with his staff and showed everything that had happened with the Super Dragon Sphere. Beerus said, "Damn," shouted the god of destruction, releasing some of his energy of destruction around the place, causing some cracks to appear on the ground, something that scared the Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai said, "There's no need to stay that way, Mr. Beerus. He may have taken the last Super Dragon Ball from the 7th universe, but he still doesn't have the one that's in the 6th universe. You can go there and help your brother protect him, and so Big Mun won't be able to complete his goal," said the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe to the other god of destruction who paid close attention to his words. Beerus said, "It's true. I can go to the 6th universe and protect the last Super Dragon Ball," said the god of destruction with one hand on his chin, as he looked at the Supreme Kai and then looked at his angel. Whis said, "That's true, Mr. Beerus, but when you go to the 6th universe, the 7th universe will be without protection. After all, Big Mun could do the same thing he did to the 4th universe, forcing you to return to protect your universe," said the angel while looking at the god of destruction. Beerus said, "That's not really a problem. I know that Big Mun could create the army using his skills and attack the 7th universe. And because of that, you're going to send Goku and the rest of his friends to prepare for a possible war. And not only Goku, but also Broly, Frieza, and even that granola guy will help us now. Warn them all and say that if they don't fight, the whole universe will be destroyed. And that way even that shit Frieza will die if he stays still," said the god of destruction while looking at his angel Whis, while clenching his fists. The Supreme Kai said, "This is a good idea. After all, some of these warriors can reach the power level of a god of destruction, and even though I don't like Frieza, he will be useful to keep the universe safe. This time," said the Supreme Kai, while looking at Beerus and Whis. Beerus said, "I don't like Frieza, and I don't trust Broly and that granola guy, but they are the strongest, and to face beings that have the power of a god of destruction, I'll have to trust them a little," said the god of destruction while looking up to the Supreme Kai of his universe. Supreme Kai said, "Well, it's better to join forces with Frieza than have the universe destroyed. And that's for sure," said the Supreme Kai while looking at the god of destruction. Whis said, "I think it will be no longer necessary to go to the 6th universe, Mr. Beerus," said the angel to the god of destruction while looking at his staff and seeing that his sister Vados had sent him a message. The Supreme Kaio said, "What do you mean by that, Mr. Whis? Have other gods of destruction already gone to the 6th universe to protect the Super Dragon Balls?" asked the Supreme Kai while looking confused at the angel. Whis said, "Quite the contrary. In reality, it will not take any god of destruction to protect the Super Dragon Ball that is in the 6th universe," said the angel in a serious tone while looking at the god of destruction and the Supreme Lord Kaio, who were confused by that. Beerus said, "Enough of so much suspense, Whis. Will you tell us what's going on and be as brief as possible?" spoke the god of destruction, already irritated by the suspense that his angel was bringing. Whis said, "The Super Dragon Balls that were in the 6th universe cannot be protected because they are no longer in the 6th universe," said the angel while looking at the god of destruction, and the Supreme Kai, who ended up widening his eyes. The Supreme Kai said, "So if the Super Dragon Balls are no longer in the 6th universe, that means that they are with Big Mun. And if he already has all the Super Dragon Balls that were in the 6th universe, and now he has this one, that he has to steal from us almost now, so that means, said the Supreme Kai, being interrupted by the God of Destruction. Beerus said this means he finally managed to get all 7 Super Dragon Balls, and with that he will be able to make the wish. Beerus said in an angry tone while thinking about what Big Mun would wish for, the Super Dragon Balls. Supreme Kai spoke. So Big Mun can wish Super Shenron the death of all the gods of destruction or something worse than that? Said the Supreme Kai in an already weaker tone in his voice, as if he had already accepted his destiny. Beerus said no, he will not wish for the death of any being. He is too proud. He will wish for the death of no one. He will wish for something that makes him stronger to be able to defeat and kill us all. So in that matter, we don't need to worry. But I still don't know what his wish would be, so we must find a way to prevent his wish. Beerus spoke, returning to his serious and not furious expression from seconds ago. Beerus said, Whis, tell me that you can track the location where the Super Dragon Balls are located. If you don't get it, we're very screwed. After all, that guy is very unpredictable, said the God of Destruction, while looking at Whis, his angel, who just sighed. Whis said, unfortunately, no, Mr. Beerus. I already tried to track the Super Dragon Balls that Big Mun had before, but I couldn't. I think Aminet must have found a way to hide the energy of the Super Dragon Balls, said the angel while looking at the God of Destruction, who ended up punching a tree near him, knocking it down in the process. Beerus said, damn. Whis, send word to all the gods of destruction that Big Mun now has all the Super Dragon Balls. So tell every one of them to get ready, because we don't know what he's going to want. But I know none of us are going to like this one bit. Whis said, yes, sir, said the angel, soon sending a warning message to all the angels of the other 12 universes. Now at Big Mun's base. Currently on the planet where Big Mun had stolen to be his base, it was possible to see the God of Destruction was now looking at all the Super Dragon Balls that he had, which were now all 7. Big Mun said, now that I have all 7 Super Dragon Balls, and with that I can make my wish, but there is one thing I need to do before invoking the dragon, said the God of Destruction while looking at his angel, who thought for a while before answering his master. Aminet said, no, master. Now we need to invoke the Super Shenron. Actually, let me invoke him, because you were never very good at speaking in the language of the gods. Big Mun said, you're right. Let's do this soon, said the God of Destruction, giving the Super Dragon Balls to his angel. After receiving the Super Dragon Balls, Aminet started to float, and then she started speaking in the language of the gods to summon Super Shenron, and soon the Super Dragon Balls started to glow, and suddenly a big golden dragon came out of the Super Dragon Balls. The dragon, Super Shenron, who became much smaller than normal as they decreased the spheres, and with that Shenron was also decreased, but he was still the biggest dragon of them all. Big Mun said, my wish is to have all my strength and abilities back. I want to regain all my strength and abilities that I had in my prime, and moreover, I want to have a much greater potential to evolve in the point to overcome the Daishinkan itself. Big Mun while looking at Super Shenron. When Aminet heard her master's wish, she repeated to the Super Shenron in the language of the gods. And when she finally making the wish, of Super Shenron's red eyes shone more brightly, and soon after Big Mun ended up falling to the ground, while his energy from destruction grew at an absurd speed, and soon a big explosion ended up happening. And from the center, Big Mun emerged with all his original power. Big Mun spoke. Finally, I finally got my power back, said the God of Destruction with a wide smile on his face, as he released a large amount of destruction energy and didn't feel any pain. With that, we'll end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes in the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.